Hey there, everyone. This is Parker from Team Shockwave. I'm with Ariel and Jared here, and today we're doing a little new series call.
Why you no good?
And today's topic we're choosing here is X-Sabers. So let's get started with the pros of what make the X-Saber so good.
The X-Sabers were good before because of the swarming capabilities that they have. As you know, they were able to put a lot of monsters on board in one turn and then synchro from it.
We give them 8 out of 10.
As for synchro, the next we have is the searching ability that they have. That adds consistency to any deck, and that's accomplished by those two guys, Armor's Blade and Dark Soul. He's a battle searcher, and he's like the most like broken card that they can have as for consistency. Because with him in the graveyard, you can add any of the pieces that you're missing to your hand in order to get the combo off next turn. As for swarming, and
We
for
give
all
them-
of this,
We Team Shockwave give them 7 out of 10 for searching ability.
the synchro ability that they have, it's based on like the stars that they have, and that is they have they can do easy 5s, 6, 7s, and 8s as Colossal Fighter, Scrap Dragon, or Stardust Dragon. For the Exceed ability, they're really good to do either a 3 rank or a 4, but most of the times they have to go into the 3s. As right here we have like one that is an X-Saber that can help go into something else, and Zen Mains, which is a very good card as for stalling purposes. They have the stall ability built in as for keeping them on play and keeping them like to build momentum for the next turn. Reach that is accomplished for with Emmer's Blade, Fulham Knight, and Pashul. Those three cards help them stay on the board as long as they can, which him being attacked like being able to receive attacks up to like 4 by 4 monsters, by him negating effects, and by him just being not able to attack. They have just one attribute which helps them side into Gozen Match in order to cripple another decks that they need that different attribute thing, like Six Samurais or even any other like dark attribute like heroes or insectors, when they have to like exceed into something that is not a dark exceed, or wind-ups. When they are not with that, they won't be able to get into the loop and stuff like that. They have big beers in the sense of the synchros and the level 4s. Those two are like really good. Are really good into attack, like 19 and 24. In this format, it's good because they can take out like Doka, and they can like crash heads with Cybersaurus. In the synchros, they have a 25, a 23, the 31, which is really hard to pass by this time because in this format, like there is not a lot of monsters that can go past 26 attack. The effect monsters that they have, because they share, they work as a team. It's really helpful, and because they have some disrupting effects, as for Arbellum that by attacking discards cards from your hand, or Gothams that does the same thing, or Heinley that destroys spells and traps. They have good disruption. So with that,
The monster effects, we give them 8 out of 10.
just because of how they work together. They are also all very versatile in the sense of like building the deck, because you can have different versions, just playing beasts with some anti-meta stuff, or just going all out into like a full troll deck where you have to loop either to go into the hand loop first turn or something like that. We're gonna talk about the cons. The one bad thing about the X-Sabers is they are too effect dependent, meaning, needless to say, they have to activate the effects in order to get advantage over the opponent. And like, let's say a high only that's negated by effect value, this format, it's really like just a 23 monster, and they don't have the ability that the Exceeds have, that they can activate the effect multiple times, as long as they have Exceed material. So they lose to cards like that, or like, let's say Voltroll that's been stopped by effect value as well, or even Booger Knight that's been stopped by effect value. It just kind of like stops the momentum that's been built, and they have to like get another out in order to survive that turn. And they are really battle dependent. As for to search the cards that they need, because of Emmer's Blade, he has to be destroyed in battle. So like, it's really hard for like X-Saber deck when they go into a matchup against Insectors where they just pop stuff, or against Cast Dragons where they can just set a Raikou and then kill the Emmer's Blade next turn. Because of that, it's really hard to build momentum this format with this deck, because they really need 2 monsters in order to go into the Voltroll that sometimes can get clogged in your hand and be a dead, like a dead card. The hand loop that they have, even if it's not a really good one, like the wind up one, it's weak against Dark Wolves, because instead of sending, they discard. So someone who can be playing Dark Wolves, which now they are kind of like a tier 2 deck because there's people playing them, it can be really devastating for them. And like the last thing that we would like to note is that they cannot come back. As for the top decks, if they have no cards in field in hand, throwing an X-Saber monster, it's not gonna do a lot unless it's the Pashul. So that means that they don't have a very good comeback ability, and we rate them
3 out of 10 for top decking.
And that's pretty much all for X-Sabers, and
that's pretty much all for X-Sabers and how they're not surviving in this format.
They can come back though, I believe.
Yeah, there's a chance they have to come back, but it just take one brave person to just like use
build them
the right way, put in some tech cards that no one ever has seen into an X-Saber deck.
And actually, we're like asking you to do that. Try to send us a list of like what cards do you think you can play in an X-Saber deck to make it better and make it actually good in this format. And also suggest any meta deck that you would like to see a duel against the X-Sabers. Let's say you want to see X-Sabers playing against Insectors, against Dino Rabbit. Just leave us a comment below, and
yes, and just leave us a comment below, and we'll face the matchup during the tournament. We'll actually enter this into the tournament
with the deck list that you provide. Should test it out on DN or something. When we know you got it, so just use it and stuff.
Right.
And let us know, because we'll be doing more of this stuff next with different decks.
Yeah. So other than that, suggest a different deck that you guys think that you want
a little review on that.
Yeah, a little review and why they're not surviving in this format.
Why you no good?
And this is the end.
Yeah. Well, this is Parker, Jared, and Ariel.